and I took over a business that had been here 35, 40 years. And it's a very homely business. Everybody knows everybody else. The clients that come in here are all good friends now, all through meeting in here, and it's a very important place for a lot of these people. I mean, especially a lot of the elderly ladies. You know, a lot of them might have lost their husbands, and they come in, sit and have a chit chat, have their hair done, and just basically enjoy the experience of being in here and chatting, putting the world to rights. That's what a lot of them do, and it's nice. Plumstead has changed, and I'm not quite sure what the future does hold for Plumstead, because it's been, we've got a lot of our clients are elderly, but since taking over, we've been getting a lot of new clients. We don't do Afro hair. None of us have ever trained in it or anything like that. But there's a lot of Afro Caribbean salons around anyway.
Do you treat them as competition?
No, because no white people or Eastern European or whatever go to the salons anyway. And no, not really. We would, they do. It doesn't bother us, and we don't bother them. We don't think, But it's a shame. The area isn't as nice as it used to be. I mean, we've been robbed. That's why the security lock's on the door while we was all stood here on a Saturday lunchtime, which was quite frightening. I work late nights, Fridays. We can't do that. We have to do it by appointment only, so I couldn't do it just through somebody walking in off the street asking for an appointment. We can't leave the door open during the summer because, you get lots of youngsters walking up and down. You never know what they're going to do next, or, we've had attempted break-ins whilst we've been in here through the drug addict. Well, they are drug addicts trying to steal stock to run out and sell, and, So it's quite frightening. Quite a few of our elderly ladies have been mugged around here. One was quite recent, just round the corner at 11 o'clock in the morning. And it is a shame. No, I've lived in Plumstead 20 years. It certainly wasn't like that when I first moved here. And it was a lot friendlier. You'd walk up the high street. I mean, they're saying about Tesco's. I think it's now Summerfields. But it used to be another supermarket chain. I think it's called Victor Values, and I used to do my shopping there years ago. And you used to go in there and you used to know everyone. You had nice butchers in there. You had all of that. And everyone knew everybody else. It's not like that now. Everyone's frightened. People cram their heads down. My own son's been attacked on Plumstead Common late of the night on his way home. It's not a safe place to be anymore. What, my son?
No, what happened to the area?
We don't know. I mean, it's just a lot of people have moved out. A lot of... because it makes you sound racist and you're not racist. A lot of the groups that are here now, like the kids, there was about 2 months ago, and we had to call the police where I only live around the corner, and we had gangs of youths. There was Asian youths and Somalis were fighting against each other, and they threw weapons under our cars. We had to call the police, and then they were shouting out, "We've got a gun, let's shoot them." I mean, it was really, really frightening. This was only 8 o'clock of an evening, like of a night, so it wasn't very, very late. So you've got all that as well. There's a lot of racial tension between certain groups as well. Not just. It's quite frightening, actually.
It's because of all those new people coming.
A lot of it. I mean, everyone. I think the thing is, once people start to lose the trust in Plumstead, I suppose, and people are, good people are moving out, and that, you had sort of like a couple of years ago, everyone seemed to be moving to Spain and things like that. There's a lot of people moving out, and I think a lot of them, and it's whether you get moving in, and it depends on how much the property prices are and what other people can afford and things like that, and that's what's really happening around here, I think. I don't know what the future holds. I'm hoping, you know, business is going all right at the moment, but for how long we'll have to wait and see. Have to wait and see. We just really don't know. But we offer, you know, a good service. We're not as expensive as a lot of the shops in Woolwich. You know, and we're just hoping that it continues to pick up and keep going. But I don't know. Do I? Yeah, I normally go shopping Saturday evenings after work because it's the only chance I get, and I normally go to Morrison's over at Thamesmead. But during the week, I might pop over to Summerfields or up to the Co-op. I mean, you haven't got any butchers around here, so you're limited as regards that, you know. But yeah, it's not that bad. But you know, it's about all. That's about the only two shops really we've got here, isn't it? No, not really. I mean, it's like I was saying, you go into the Co-op, and in fact I do the manager's hair in there, and she's always saying about her stock. The meat's always stolen. So if you know and I know, if you're going to go shopping and you want your meat and your veg and all that, well, if they've got no meat, you're not going to buy anything else, are you? So, because the thieves steal it. You should go and, it's a pity really, you should go up and ask her. She has a nightmare up there, chasing them up down the road, yeah. Normally the same ones I seem to add, and you know they are. But Woolworths is a nice shop, that's pretty good over there. But other than that, supermarket shopping, that's all you've got round here. Well, it depends whether you're going to put it in... Who does it today? Well, it's extremely multicultural, put it that way. It's not, I wouldn't say, you wouldn't say it's predominantly white, definitely not. I mean, you know, you can just stand at this window here all day and you can, you know, see that, you know, the majority of the people aren't white, and I don't mean that to be racist, but it's very, very, very multicultural in Plumstead. Very. So, you know, and the shops now that you see, you know, apart from a couple of charity shops, the majority of them, you know, sell spices and, you know, it's more like that. But it isn't as such.
Do you deal with the local people, the current coming local people? Do you deal with them?
What do you mean?
Do you relate to them? Are you in touch with them?
I do an awful lot of Asian girls that come in here, and I mean before I used to run this and I used to do mobile, and I used to like, which means I used to go to their houses, and I've been invited to dinners, I've been invited to Asian weddings. I get on very, very well with the girls, so yeah, I would say, yeah, and some of the shopkeepers I got on really well with, you know, like the news agents up the road, the man next door, you know, we all know them quite well, and we get on really well, yeah. It's not, you know, certainly none of that's a problem. So, it's just, I don't know, it's just not as friendly as it used to be. And it's a shame, it's all a bit, no, it's all a bit, I suppose not like dog-eat-dog, but everyone seems to be looking after their own. Everyone's struggling, they're all, you know, you're all trying to look after number one, whereas years ago, when you think of the clients that came in here, that was during World War II, and do you know what I mean? And the camaraderie that they all had, we haven't got that. This generation, my generation, haven't got that. And trying to bring up your kids is difficult as well. You know, nobody's really willing to really help each other. They're all out for themselves now, I think, and that's everybody. Black, yellow, people, whatever you want to, you know, that is everybody. I think that's society as a whole now. I'd like to think so. Not unless we have another world war, who knows? Let's hope not. I don't know. I'd like to think it could. But, I mean, I've lived in my present home for 16 years. My immediate neighbour who lived next door, she's just moved down to Maidstone. And the other neighbours, we don't even speak to. They live their lives, they do what they've got to do, and they go to work, we work. So you don't really get a lot of time. A lot of it's taken up with work. I couldn't tell you my neighbours are next door but one either side, and that's like that for an awful lot of people. People don't want to get involved anymore.